They're growing. You look at Colorado and even Dallas and St. Louis. There's some tough teams right there, and maybe to a certain degree, might take a little pressure off of us. And kind of like this year, I think everyone thought it was going to be St. Louis's year to make a run, and we found a way to get through that first round. So if we can just keep doing what we're doing and kind of building as a team as the season goes along, we just need to make sure we're ready to go come playoff time.
How long after a loss like you just experienced in the season, as the grind that it was, and everyone talked about how fatigued this team was after 2 years and playing more hockey than anybody, how long do you take to get away and do nothing, and what does your off-season regimen involve in terms of getting back into the type of shape that you want to be in?
Well, I had at least a couple of weeks of being pretty lazy and feeling sorry for myself, and I think I was actually on a trip with my girlfriend for a couple of weeks, and I got the email that the contract came through, and I looked at it and I said, okay, well, it's probably time to hit the gym again and get back to work.
You got an email saying your contract was negotiated.
Yeah, I was.
You left that all to your agent.
Exactly. I was out of the country, so.
You didn't want $1 more than Kaner?
No, I'm good with the way it went.
So you were out of the country. You got the email, and you thought, okay, now it's time to get in shape.
Now it's time to get back to work. Yeah.
Okay.
This very moment.
Now that you're back from out of the country, so no one can stalk you over there, where did you go?
I came right back here to Chicago. Where else would I
where
go?
were you out of the country?
I was in Thailand for a couple of weeks. Yeah.
So what was that like?
It was awesome. Very different place, but pretty cool experience.
Does anybody recognize Jonathan Taves in Thailand?
No.
Yeah. You love it. That's not a big hockey.
You were anonymous again.
Yeah, I guess so.
See, if you had players say to you, because I ran into another NHL player, not with the Hawks. He lives here in the off season. I run into him a few weeks ago. I said, how's it going? He said, it's going fine. I make great money. He said, but it's just different. We're treated differently in Chicago. He played here. Do you have guys around the league skate up to you or say to you when they see you, they really treat you that well? Because we don't get treated that way.
Yeah, I think you hear about it all the time from other players, and I think the word is out, but especially from guys who used to play here and then go to other teams, and then they realize how great we really have it. Not only with the fans around town, but the organization. I think the Hawks are first class in so many ways. So, just the fact that we're here this weekend, interacting with everybody, talking to the fans, doing these sorts of things, I think is amazing that a lot of other teams and organizations never really think about. So it's pretty cool.
A lot of curiosity surrounding tazer4. He's here this weekend. Obviously, when he was brought up and there was the kind of Tavo mania, and we were part of it, and I went out and we hyped him very much. And I think you're kind of chuckling there. What was your thought then when he came up and the attention he received? And what did you know about him maybe that other people didn't? Obviously, he maybe wasn't as ready as guys like me and Cap thought that he was.
No, I think in a lot of ways he is ready, and he is a tremendously talented player. And it's funny, I think as a guy, we always tend to keep track of the next prospect that everyone's talking about, and especially when he comes in the locker room and gets his chance to play his first game. It's kind of cool to see that, and the crowd's reaction when he went out for his first shift. So we thought that was pretty amazing. So on the other hand, I think it's great that the Hawks are realizing, hey, it's not a bad thing to give this guy time. It's not going to make or break. Our team right now, and I think give him some time if he needs it to keep developing his game. I think it's a very important thing for a skilled player, a guy who plays with a lot of confidence and a lot of creativity. He does.
But you find it hard to believe when you were that age, you were playing in the NHL. You were playing for the Hawks. You were a captain at 20.
Yeah.
And that, when you look back, does that seem like a long time ago? And you wonder how you were able to handle those responsibilities when that young.
Well, I think a lot of my situation that helped me too was opportunity, and we had a different team then, and I was able to go out there and play pretty much the same minutes that I'm playing now. And even if I had made mistakes and mistakes that a young player would make, that I probably wouldn't make as often now, Dennis Savard would throw me right back out there and just let me keep playing and not try to get into my head too much. Whereas on the other hand, it could be different for a guy who's not getting the same opportunity, the same amount of playing time.
I want to go back to Thailand. I've never been. What do you do in Thailand? Give us an example. Like, what was a typical day? What was the food like?
Well, the food was good. It wasn't pleasant to the stomach sometimes, but it was good.
Oh, God, I love
we did a lot of touring. We went to the Golden Triangle, which is known for back in the day, not present day, the opium trade between Laos and Burma and Thailand. So it's a lot of history, a lot of different culture in different parts of the country. And the last few days, 5 or 6 days, we just relaxed and kind of hung out at a resort. So we got a little bit of everything. It was pretty awesome.
Did you get clothes made there? Because that's a big tailor capital.
No, I didn't anyway.
Yeah, that's like a big deal.
Cap would know that.
I'm not big on clothes
You
shopping.
bring up a
so-
tailor.
Now, you have to wear a suit and tie when you travel as a team, correct?
Yeah.
Is that your decision as a captain, organizational decision? 'Cause you see some teams are-
Organizational decision, for sure.
Not a surprise.
Have you seen a lot of the world you never imagined you would see for kids growing up in Winnipeg?
Not as much as you'd think. I mean, I've been to a lot of places, especially in Europe, but it always seems like you're playing hockey, so you don't really have time to go around and experience different cultures.
What's the most remote venue you've played hockey?
Remote venue?
Besides Sochi.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd have to say the other very unique experience is going to play at the World Championship in Moscow, and that was before I even signed my first contract with the Hawks as well. So that was an eye opener in a lot of ways. So.
When you're on the road with the team and you have a day off, I remember Mark Pryor we interviewed maybe a year ago, and he said one of my big regrets is that I was so laser focused on the next start, the next game, that I never experienced if I was in this city, you should eat at that restaurant, or if you go to this city, you should visit that. Do you do any of that, or it's the rink, it's working out, it's eating in my room, and I don't do anything else?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the way it is nowadays. I mean, I think the game has changed a little bit, maybe where guys need to have that focus, need to have that commitment to making sure they're getting the right amount of rest and food and all that stuff, and you can't just be out